Down in the dungeon is all we know, where the shining light we never go.
Joys of having to sleep in just wherever the hell you are. You never know what you're going to get. It's a crazy thing to park in some of these places. I've had shootings. I've been in one Walmart I got kicked out of because, let me move back here because you guys probably can't see me. There's one Walmart where I got kicked out of because there was turned out to be a gang shooting, and I was at another place here in Dallas. Oops, sorry. Here in Dallas, let me get all this cocaine off me. Here in Dallas, where a guy was shot, like right behind my van. I've had people try and get in here while I'm sleeping, trying the doorknobs. I don't remember what town that was in, but that happened. Part of the gig. I've kind of learned a little bit more about where to park. And even still, I mean, you see this going on out there, and I'm at a Pilot, but you just never know. Sometimes I don't care and I'll just go to sleep there. But that's the gig. And I love the gig. And I kind of like this part of it. I like this mystery and this eeriness of what could happen here. I like that. Call me weird. That's the least offensive thing I would have ever been called. We'll be back.
Into the open as far as you can see it, wasting there a big bright destiny. Don't you feel like breaking free? Open your eyes, embrace what you see now. Don't you feel like
Punch. Ah, I got my fist. Ah, ah. Punch, 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 punch. Headbutt. Headbutt. Punch, 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 headbutt. Hey, so, all right, now, yeah, my last video, I said that I was not going home. I didn't want to take the chance on passing this bug off to my father-in-law, and not that I feel like I have anything. I feel great. You know, as great as an old fat man that unfortunately smokes again can feel. But I got outvoted by the one individual in the world that can outvote me. My wife. She wanted me home. She said it'll be fine. So hopefully nothing happens, because I will take it all on me if something does. But either way, I kind of got a reality check in the process, because on the way home, or during this whole thing, I've been in Dallas for the most part, and I've avoided crowds. It's the easiest thing to do. There's no harm in doing it, and so why not? So I never went into big grocery stores or anything like that. So I didn't see all the hype. And hold on a second, going through New Mexico's inspection station. I'm getting my little ID face checked right now. Smile for the camera. Hi, thank you. But so I decided, because while I'm there, you know, I gotta explain that too. Kind of another reason why I'm doing it is, hold on. What's going on, bud? How you doing? Good night. You too. Take care. Okay, let me get back to why I'm going home. For the main reason is that the company I work for primarily runs, you know, GM, Honda, Polaris, the big automakers. That's the backbone of our business. And when they go down, all their suppliers go down. The people that make all their widgets and digits and leopard pubic hairs, I don't know, all the little suppliers that send the buttons and things, we haul all that shit. And when they go down, we're screwed. It was bad during the GM strike, but now it's everybody, not just GM. So our company basically said, you can stay out if you want. If you want to go home, we'll pay your fuel. By paying my fuel, I mean they'll give us a fuel surcharge, which I think the national rate right now is on like 4 cents a mile. But hey, you know, that's almost a tank full, and it's going to take me basically 3 tanks, so it's a third of my fuel to go home. And if I stay on duty, then I get my minimums. We have minimum amounts of miles in a 3-week period. If we don't maintain or reach this average amount or this total amount for 3 weeks, then they'll pay the difference or the whole thing if we don't get any miles. But I can't turn down any loads. I have to stay on duty, and I can't miss any phone calls from them. Cool. I hope I get a phone call on Monday. Since I'm already 90% way home, hope I at least get to stay on tomorrow, especially since I was able to get some good food, which I'll get back to. This might be a long one, but, and at this point, I'm also going to point out, I'm not going to be making a bunch of doom and gloom videos. I really don't like those. I am going to try and avoid this subject as much as possible. But hey, it's part of my life. It's part of what I'm doing. I will say, I operated a bit of discipline today, that when I did go into that Walmart, I was blown away at the empty shelves. I expected, you know, the big things you hear. I expected the toilet paper and the cleaning supplies and water and stuff like that, rice and beans, you know, stuff that the rice and beans make sense, water makes sense. Toilet paper and cleaning supplies, the toilet paper doesn't make sense. There's so many other ways to wipe your ass. Take a goddamn shower, fool. But anyways, I digress. There was zero meat, literally, in all of this Walmart. The only meat, you know, fresh meat like steak and hamburger and chicken and pork that I could get was marrow bones. Literally. And I bought them. I bought them all. There was only 3 packs of 2. I figured, well, hell, I mean, we got 8. Marrow is freaking like candy, so I love to cook. Neither of them cook. So I'm going to make a few good meals. There's a kick-ass appetizer. So I will be doing that. I got some shrimps because obviously none of the fish was touched. Kind of makes sense if you don't have any good refrigeration or you're full in the refrigeration. But that was all the meat I could get. There was nothing in frozen. There was almost no vegetables in frozen. There were no potatoes. I couldn't even get potatoes. I got jalapenos. I got some sausage and some cheddar cheese, shredded cheddar cheese, cheddar. I'm not going to go through the whole list, but my discipline was very well. When I saw those shelves, a little YouTube whore in me came out, and I wanted to start filming. But I didn't, because I grabbed them, I'm like, what am I, no, you guys see this everywhere. Why am I going to be another part of that? But I should have, so my wife could have seen it, because I still don't think she believes how bad it was. But that really gave me a look into how serious people are taking this. And I've always taken it serious in the fact that I'm going to do what I have to do to avoid getting sick and avoid situations that could be bad, like that Walmart. It was very busy. I hated that part of it. Every time I walked by somebody, I was blowing out instead of breathing. I don't know if that helps, but in my little brain, it makes sense. Blow their cooties away. You know, it could have gone bad. People fighting over stuff. I did not see any of that. Matter of fact, people were very friendly. One dude asked me about the marrow bones. He'd never seen them or even knew what it was about, and asked me about them. And we, you know, talked shit for a minute about it and what you can do with it, and off we went. It's cool. But that just blew me away. So I ended up spending like $180 there. Okay, you're asking what if they were to bug you out? Well, I'm going home. Let's just say I'm going to be pretty well stocked up on beer and whiskey. They had lots of that. So I got lots of that. Because this is a small town, there's only one liquor store and one bar. The bar is closed. So hopefully the liquor store is open. If not, I got to drive an hour. So I should be hooked up for a little while. And hopefully I'll be back on the road before I have to go through all this. But either way, as I always said when I was prepping, or saving up food and just making myself feel secure about how I would have been in this situation had I still been in that mindset. I'd be sitting back, enjoying good meals, and not even thinking about going to the store. So unfortunately, it's just not where my head's at anymore. And I'm going to go into a whole video. People keep asking me about why don't I do prepping videos anymore. And there's one big reason, but there's also a lot of little ones, like kind of hard in here. This has changed my mind a little bit, and there are some things that I did change, and some food preps that I'm able to load up on that don't weigh a lot and are good. Maybe not the healthiest, but I mean they'll keep me alive, and I need that. So I did get as much of that as I could, but I digress. The good thing about where my wife lives is she's staying with her dad in a very small town of 2,500 people. Of that town, they've got a very small police force. Of that small police force, 2 of those police forces are my nephews. One of the statey cops for this state, I think y'all know, but I've just got to stop talking about my own personal shit, is one of the state cops is another one of my nephews. And my brother-in-law is a retired upper echelons colonel, or I don't know, upper brass of the state police. And they all live right there. Well, the statey, my nephew, the statey, he's about 2 hours away. But he's down there all the time. And so I know my wife is protected. She's in good hands. I like that. If I've got to be anywhere in a position what our country's going through right now, which hopefully is not going to be horrible, but it's as close as it could be as it's been in a long time. I would rather be in this small-ass town where I know the police force than in the center of Dallas, Texas, in a van with only 2 little pew-pews. Nah, not what I want. So, my wife said, come home. I said, I didn't. So I'm going home. I'm almost there. I'm about an hour out. Been driving about 12 hours right now. And that's what's happening. I think I'm going to close out the video. Almost. I got one more thing to say. I'm not going to do the thing I did in the last video that most of you didn't see because you never watched till the end. Was I was like, and on that note, and then I go into a whole nother subject. And then I go, and on that note, and then I do it again. Not doing that this time. So one more-ish. No. I got a feeling this is going to be like a person coming out of LA, going to Alaska, and camping in the middle of winter for a week, and then going back to LA. They have never appreciated the weather of LA like they did because of that weather in Alaska. You got to see the bad as well as the good to appreciate the good. I'm hoping this is bringing our nation to a point where we can see the edge of bad and see what so many other people in this world live under on a daily basis. And we come back stronger, happier, more thankful for what we have, and realize that we've been bitching about so many trifle little things. I'm saying that again because I think I used it right. It's really kind of impressive because I didn't say truffle, which I'm sure you expected me to say, because that's eating. Anyways, that's what I hope. I hope we come back, we appreciate what we have. No human being has ever had it as a whole in this country or in the world as good as we do right now. Well, not right now, but in our regular day lives. And I'm saying on average. Obviously, there's the ultra rich or ultra, you know, the rocks of the world, and then you've got the you know, bottom of the board, barely able to scrape by. You have your outstanders everywhere, but in general, we've never had it better in history, and we need to realize that. And so with that, kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. I digress and say goodbye.